ye landlubbers getting tired of regular old Captain Black? Well, upgrade new Captain Black Platinum. A Virginia Burley mix with a sweet top note. Takes you back to them C11 years.
Alright guys, Captain Black Platinum. I debated on buying this for a long time, but I'm a Codger, so yeah, anything old school, there's just, I'm gonna be a hook, line, and sinker for it. So, hope you guys enjoyed the intro. This is Captain Black's latest offering. It is their Platinum. Captain Black over the years has offered gold, copper, the original white, the dark, royal, and they have a lot of different lines. And I'm just going to kind of compare this mainly to the white, which is my favorite of the Captain Black lines. The difference in this one thus far, I haven't tried it yet, but as far as what they're telling me is it's just a Virginia and Burley, and the website says that it just has a semi-sweet topping. The white is Virginia Burley Black Cavendish and has more of like a vanilla chocolate kind of topping, so almost like a caramel at times as well. The cut of this, and I know you guys saw it earlier, but I want to show you one more time before I light up. This is a shag cut. This is really fine. I mean, it's almost it is really fine. Pouch nose, really sweet. A little bit of raisins. It's nice. One thing the big thing that intrigued me about this blend was that I like the Codger blends, the velvets and halves and things like that. So a nice burley Virginia base, and then a light top note. And this says that. So let's give it a shot. And I am doing it in the garage for a reason today. I wanted to smell the room note. So right off the bat, a nice kind of gentle cocoa. That kind of raisin sweet. And the aroma in the garage is sweet. It is not bad at all. Moisture out of the pack, and it's a humid day today. Moisture out of the pack was just about perfect. Actually, the aroma there is a little chocolatey. Of course, my lighter won't work on camera. Thick smoke. Nice nuttiness there. Oh, that kind of it's a Cavendish Burley, and when you Cavendish Burley, you get kind of this. I'm going to say this, a hazelnut character. It's nice. You can taste a little bit of Virginia there, a little bit of grass in the background. It's much more burley forward, which I prefer. Retro Hill, that little one I did was really like a sweet chocolate. Little grass there. So far, so good. All right, let's go on the journey, and we'll be back when we get to the final third of Captain Black Platinum. All right, guys, I'm coming to you at the halfway point. Uh-oh. Yep. The folks at Lane they know what they're doing. Okay, so my history of Captain Black. Was I tried it early on in my piping career. Didn't love it. Came back to it later, liked it. Decided to buy a pound of it. I keep a pound in the cellar. I've probably only had, of that 16 ounces, of those big tubs, I bet you I've smoked maybe 2 ounces. Yeah. And that was, I bought that tub probably in 2014. So that tells you something. When I tried the new version, the Danish version of the white, it is better than the Tucker, Georgia version. I admit that. Not chemical. Still heavy-handed on the toppings, but if you're having a Captain Black, it's what you want. You want the toppings. That's, well, at least that's what I want if I'm having that. But I go back to the Velvet Sir Walter's half and halves because I do like the taste of some tobacco. But I want the top note to accentuate it and to add to the experience and give a decent or somewhat pleasant room note. And I know there are people that would argue that point with me, even my wife. But this Captain Black is for the codgers out there who don't like Captain Black. Yep, it is lightly topped with a sugar, semi-sweet. I would agree with that. I would say if there is another topping, it would be in the cocoa variety, like cocoa powder. Not overly done. You can taste the burley every puff. You can taste a slight bit of the Virginia every puff. The garage note is pleasant. It is not as pleasant as regular Captain Black White, but it is nice. It smells nice. The burn rate has been wonderful. The shag cut does really great in here. And it pretty much stays lit. Yeah, I mean, like you give it a little bellows and you're good. I mean, that was even true to the newer Captain Black White. So here's where I'm going to say this falls. And again, this is just my opinion. They're like butts. We all got them. This would be a couple of different categories. If you're like me, you love the nostalgia blends. You don't love the original Captain Black line because it's so heavy-handed on the toppings. But you want something that smells nice, so if you're around some people or just yourself, but you still want to taste the tobacco. You still want to taste that nice top note. You still want to have that kind of your cake and eat it too, so to speak. I put that as number one audience for this blend. Second audience. To me, all of the other Captain Blacks, the dark and the royal excluded, and I'll go into that in a second, but the coppers and the golds and all that were just basically different topped, and some would have more Virginia or something like that, and they would kind of vary the components a little bit. But they all had that kind of heavy, syrupy, like chemical vibe to it. Again, Royal is very similar to 1Q, and then Captain Black Dark is very similar to Lane's BCA. Some would say they are the same, and so they're their kind of own entities. But they're heavier aromatics. They're very good aromatics. I mean, for what they're worth. I like BCA more than 1Q, and they're there for a reason, and they're great for, just like Captain Black White is great for if you're first starting 1Q, BCA, Captain Black White, all good beginner starting tobacco. It's very forgiving. But I'm going to say this is super forgiving. Like, I puffed the living daylights out of this, and it hasn't gotten burnt out and ashy, which is a thing that a Codger blend typically can do. If you puff on it so hard, you're going to get that cigarette note and that kind of that ashy burnout taste, a little bit of sour taste. This doesn't get that. However, because it is less topped, I'm trying to test it again. I let it go out. Because it is not as topped, you're going to taste more of the natural tobacco, which I think is a mid-grade tobacco. I don't think it's high quality, and I don't think it's really low quality either. So I put this in the second category as a step up if you are an intermediate pipe smoker and you've been really enjoying the Captain Black Whites. Sorry about that. My wife came out, needed something from me. And wifey room note approved. She liked this. Now, what she said it smelled like was hazelnut, chocolate, and raisins. So, but she gets raisins on a lot of the Codger blends. So as a bonus, which I didn't expect to have in this video, wifey room note was an A. So anyway, back to my point was, if you're an intermediate pipe smoker and you are stepping up from the Captain Blacks, and you don't want, not necessarily a different flavor profile, or it's different, but you want to try a little bit more of a natural tobacco taste, but you still want some topping on there, I like it. I give it an A for a first impression. I'm going to go through this. I'm going to probably try it at a bunch of different pipes and see if any of them will sing. I will say this little Medico Premier, he hadn't found his home yet, and his bride tobacco, so to speak. The closest would have been that Villager original export. And it's kind of funny because this reminds me of that a little bit. The Villager being, again, heavier topped and had another little spice kind of tweak. But yeah, very good. Very, very good. All right, so my parting thoughts are, if you are new to pipe smoking, I think you should try Captain Black White first, personally, as well as Royal and Dark, because, this is my reasoning, those are the kind of the base flavors you're going to get in a lot of aromatics. And you're probably going to want to try a lot of aromatics, and you're probably going to get disappointed in a lot of aromatics. But then once you've done all that, then step up to this and see if you like it better. And for my intermediates, heck, even my seasoned veterans, I think if you guys like Codger blends, you're going to like this. Because it is not overly done at all. Burn rate is great. Stick it in your pipe, forget about it. It's a good smoke all the way down now to the final third, and it hadn't gotten ashy. What more do you want? All right, that's it for me. Thanks for sticking around with us, and as always, we will see you very soon on the Paladin Piper channel.